guys, welcome back to Yali TV show. Guess who we have here today? The person you've been expecting to see all this while. Yali himself. Alright guys, before we continue, I'd like to take a sip of my drink so that I'll have enough energy, to bombard him with all the questions which you guys have been throwing up on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all the social networks. Just keep watching. Let me have a sip first so that there'll be enough energy. Here we have, very interesting. So, Mr. Yali, can you please tell us more about yourself, how old you are and where you're from, and what you did first to discover your love for acting?
Okay, one question at a time, I guess. All right. My age. Can we just skip that question, please? I'm from Delta State.
All right.
Yes. From Delta State.
Where in Delta State? Be precise, please, because your fans want to know.
I'm from Ibuzo,
all right.
Delta State.
All right.
Yes. How did I first discover my love for acting? At a much tender age, I've always featured in most of these, church dramas, school dramas. Most of the times when they want to act something that has to do with, gentle guy, epic, something that has to do with more of, I don't know how to put it, but all this young
acting thing.
Yes. All these student characters, they always want to bring me to the stage, right? So that's from there.
Definitely means you were like very good in it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. I then picked interest in it. I did the first one. That was when I acted as a student of, just a student, and junior secondary school student, and I think it was really nice, and I really loved it. So from there, and we started growing, and here we are.
Wow, very, very interesting.
Yes.
I guess I'm very, very sure your fans will be buzzing all the internet now, trying to know, is this possible? Parents, please, you have seen, you have heard. Try and make it, simple for your children. You never can tell where the future is headed.
I don't know if you're classifying me as as a child or what. When I said I started from junior secondary school, doesn't mean that parents make it for their children. You can start anywhere.
All right.
Yes, you can start even as a teenager. You can start as a youth.
All right.
Like we can start as a father.
I'm trying to let parents encourage their children. They never can tell where their dreams are going or their, tomorrow. They never can tell.
Sure.
That's what I mean.
Sure. So, okay. Moving on, please.
Yali, many young people these days see acting as a worldly pursuit. So from your own point of view, what would you tell the young youths out there who are, looking forward to acting, are they read, what would be your advice to them in terms of advising them into going to acting as a career? What would you tell them?
Okay, first thing first, acting shouldn't just be perceived as a worldly thing, right? Depending on the angle that we are coming from anyways. But first and foremost, it's not worldly. One, you act to pass a message, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
You put on a shirt that is not yours just to pass the message. Yes. Know that the character is yours.
Yes.
Good.
Right.
Yes, you wear character. I can remember my director several times said, wear this character. So sometimes you wear a character on a set just to pass the message. You can be interpreting as a Christian. It can be interpreting as a Muslim, as devil Jesus Christ in Christian movies. Yes. So most things it's passing a message. So when you're passing a message, it's not worldly. You're actually preaching. You actually speaking or teaching people. Mm-hmm. So, and then the other thing maybe the angle I might come from when you might start, diversifying it by having a secular part on it is maybe when you have some acts that is not supposed to be. For example, kissing, making out in a movie, such parts can be, screened out, all those things. So, but generally, it's not. Okay. It's not. It's not. I wouldn't put it as a worldly thing per se.
He said, "What's the most recent project you've worked on? This few period or less than months?"
Yes. Amongst others, the most recent one is Female Hostel, where we try to highlight some certain ills in secondary school life, both in the hostel aspect and being a day student. Yes, it entails students that practice all sort of things behind
like courtesy,
beautiful. But in this situation, it's more of having this how do I put it? This kissing, having this boy girl irregular relationships. Yes, in secondary school, because most of the things
when they are not mature to like.
Thank you. Most of these things, actually, believe it or not, it actually happens. Even in modern day secondary schools.
Yeah, it's all over.
So that's the thing we try to adjust in the movie. Yes, and then we have other movies there: Slave Warrior, Ogudu Kingdom, which is more of epic. My School, Yali the Scary Haunted Forest, and most of them. And then, by God's grace, there is one we'll be releasing very soon. We'll be releasing soon. And it's epic. I love epic movies. That's why you see me most times on beards. I don't know how I look.
You look good, actually.
Yes.
You look good
So I think that's it. So more will be coming.
The next question says, have you had any fun surprises?
What do you mean by fun?
Like moments where you're on sets that you will never forget.
Okay, yes. Which movie was that? Was it in that should be is it Ogudu Kingdom or something? I was trying to shoot an AI movie. So, and normally you don't just bump into AI platforms to get the movie done. Yeah. You have to make some parts from your own end with the camera and everything. And I think on that one of the sets, I was trying to disguise myself as this village warrior, right? I was trying to make myself look rich when it comes to muscles, six packs, looking this facial, scary, and all those things. And it's kind of funny that at the end of the day, I still look this babyish and be this childish, But at the end of the day, we still have to make use of AI so that we can push the idea. Yes, we have to push the idea because we really want to get this scary face of a warrior.
Yeah.
So I think some of those moments are very, very funny. Wow. Yes.
Interesting. So if I ask, what's one of the biggest obstacles you had faced as a young actor trying to break into the industry? Can you please tell us?
Okay, the biggest obstacle.
Yeah.
Trying to be what you are not. How do I put it? Yes.
So many people pretend like fake life.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Sure. Much of fake life currently today on social media.
It's everywhere.
And you have to. There's a friend of mine who say you have to fake it till you make it. You pretend to be what you are not.
That is what it's like. Clock it. What are you clocking? Like
something like that. So it's an obstacle here because you are still building your career. You are still growing. You are trying to pitch a tent somewhere, and at the end of the day, you see yourself already being there. You've already placed yourself there even before your arrival. You have already placed yourself there, which is not good. Right? It's a big obstacle. It's a big obstacle, and in most cases, you will discover that at the end of the day, you will end up not getting to that point because you already arrived before your arrival.
How do you balance your personal life with, your acting with personal life? How do you do that?
Okay. I really don't have much of personal again because acting is one of my personals.
Yeah.
Right? But let me just maybe start by saying this also. Majority of the actors, or most of the actors, also have maybe in addition to the acting, one or two things they do, like the question says. Yet I have other things I do, good, and there's time for everything.
Definitely.
Yes. And when I'm done from this set, I have another thing I'm going to do, right? I've already set up my time that after this set, so time I should be doing this. So it doesn't really encroach. No, it doesn't. Yes, because everything, me being on this set, we have a designated time to be here. So and after this particular time, I'll be out. So I don't think it interferes. Yes, it's just me planning myself well.
All right, yeah. Guys, you guys have heard him. So the next person goes here by the name Chidima. Chidima said, social media is a big part of building a career today. How do you handle the pressure of posting followers and online feedbacks?
Okay, I think this is where most of these question points to. In a young growing actor, whereby you will have to face with so many questions, comments on your social media handles, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, most of them. And I really think it's a big thing here today in career, like having acting as a career. How do I handle it, basically? Just like I went through a comment and the person said that there are some of the comments he doesn't reply. Yet. He don't reply to all the comments.
Definitely you get the rude,
beautiful,
the angry,
beautiful, even the funny ones.
It's all here. A lot of things that I cannot even mention. I just had to pick,
And then mind you, most of these comments is either to pull you out of what you are looking for. Exactly. They might even ask something that
in order to discourage you.
Beautiful. To discourage you, to pull you off. Yes. But most of them anyways, in some cases, sometimes they draw you closer, they try to, encourage you, promote you, give you what you need, tell you some certain things you need to know, some things you are not getting right, promote you. So I think in those aspects, you pick the correct ones, the comments that can actually, aid to your growth, and just let the other ones lie. That's the best thing. That's what I advise.
Moving on to the next question.
Yes.
Here, Mr. Joe said, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Any dream role, director you love to work with?
Okay.
Or type of stories you want to tell?
In the next 5 years, 5 years is too much. 5 years is too much. John is 5 years.
Wow.
I see myself before then. I by the special grace of God, right? I see myself,
the big boys.
Yes, big boys, big boys.
Trending all over.
Beautiful. That's why I said by the special. Good. I would love to, I've been on the big screens too. Yes, not just being a big boy, but being on the big screens and probably getting or making it the way I want. It's not just being popular, but being popular with money. I love money. Sorry.
I don't like money. This modern world that we are now.
I love money. So I believe in the next, now and 5 years time, I should have been on the big screens and, with what I so much desire. Yes, financially and otherwise, by the special grace of God. Yes.
All right. Okay, coming from the next question. Yeah, it says, Emmanuel, by the name, he said, what's the one skill or talent outside of acting that people would be surprised to know you have?
Okay, that's a very important question. I've been looking for this question.
Do you have any other side?
Yes. I have many of it.
You jungle into?
I have many of it, actually.
Wow, many?
Yes, I have many. I'm into, which is the most popular one, I'm into decoration.
Wow.
Yes, I'm into wedding, birthday, name them, celebrations. I'm into decoration generally. Yes. I do poetry.
Wow.
Yes, I do poetry.
Guys.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
I'm into video picture editing.
Wow.
Yes, I can say I'm a web designer.
Wow.
Yes, graphics designer. I do a whole lot of things, and maybe as time goes on, you will still get to see, and that's it.
Please, can you tell us, for the youths who are, pursuing the acting or content as a career, is there anywhere, a place where you have or where you tutor them or teach them, like young youths
Okay.
who are interested?
Yes.
Would you mind telling us?
For now,
Yes.
if it's in the academy aspect,
Yeah.
for now we don't have an academy
Okay.
yet. But it's something I hope on creating
Okay.
sooner. Yes, it's a place we can actually build young talents too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and promote them, encourage them, if possible, support. So we are looking up to that soon. Yes, but for now, I would also use opportunity to encourage most of them to just start from anywhere. Yet you can even rise before you know it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, so that's the advice I have to put on that.
All right, guys. See you next time. Same station. We love you. Mwah.